By Obi? What about it?
Tell him that part.
What about it?
Tell him.
You tell him. What about it?
You can try to get him. Put my shoes on first.
What about it?
Yeah, hold on. I'm about to tell y'all the story. Hold on.
Yeah, tell him.
Then put my shoes on. He gonna try to whip my ass after this one. Hold on. Let me put my shoe on. Shit, no, you love the sneaker beats.
Hey, I'm at the top of my game. I'm who they hate. This shit comes with fame. That's how I knew that I made it. I woke up looking as good. I'm in my
So first of all, I just want to say this to my auntie because I know you're going to be very upset at me. But I had to say something. I know everybody in the family is asking me, let it go, let it go, let it go. And I tried. I really did. I know online y'all know them as Frenchman and Duchess. But to me, I know them as Shamarcus and Zaria. With that being said, I want to clear a few things up about my cousin. Because at the end of the day, it needs to be said. All I keep hearing online is Odie this, Odie this, Odie this, Odie this, Odie this. Let's clear something up. First of all, my cousin's name is not Odie. It's Obi. Okay? Let's start there. Secondly, y'all paint this narrative as if it was some type of down low situation going on. And what I want to let y'all know is, first of all, Obi got bitches, okay? I'm going to just say that. He was not a part of the community. This is not no DL situation. I also want to say this because the narrative that's being painted is not right. First of all, my cousin is deceased, so rest in peace to him. But I want y'all to understand a few things about our family. We got some serious steppers over here. And when I say steppers, I'm not talking about the stuff y'all see on the internet where they posting up. No, I mean, we got them real gangsters that move in silence, okay? Everybody's sitting here trying to figure out, why did Shamarcus do what he did? Well, let me explain to you why. Because there's a couple things y'all need to know. First of all, Shamarcus knew that he wasn't going to make it 24 hours. Let's start. He wasn't going to make it 24 hours. He wasn't. So it was better for him to do what he did to himself before somebody else did something to him. Let's start there, okay? Secondly, everybody's painting this picture as if he pew-pewed Zaria, or if he Zaria, and that wasn't the case. What happened is that boy put hands and feet on that girl. And this wasn't something new. He always put hands and feet on that girl. Okay? Head, shoulder, knees, and toes on that girl. Let's be honest. This time stuff went a little bit too far. It happens. It went a little bit too far. Rest in peace to both of them. Okay? Because it's never right to put your hands on a female. Let's start there. He put hands and feet on this girl so bad that she was unconscious. Now, personally, I feel like she could have made it had she got the medical attention that she needed. But she laid there for an hour and a half. An hour and a half before police had even arrived. Make that make sense. If he really cared about her, you know what he would have did? He'd have picked up the phone and called the ambulance. But he didn't. He didn't. Because he already knew he had fucked up. He had fucked up really bad. Everybody like, well, y'all talking about, she said Odie's name and basically that would, who the fuck is Odie? It's Obi. But see, the problem was our family started to pay attention, like, because the situation that happened with Obi was fucked up. And we knew it was some foul play. We been knowing it was some foul play. We just been trying to figure out what players was on the chessboard. You feel me? That's what we was trying to figure out. And my auntie been saying she felt like Shamarcus was on some bullshit. Now, let's be real. Shamarcus and Obi been friends for a minute. Best friends. Thick as thieves. Obi go get money. He brings Shamarcus. Shamarcus ain't have to worry about no bread when my cousin was alive. Because when Obi rode, he brought Shamarcus. If he got paid, he brought Shamarcus and broke him off. But see, the problem is when you out here getting money, because my cousin wasn't no weak dude. When I tell you he was out here getting that bread, he was getting that bread. Okay, and it might have not have been legally, but he was getting that bread. And the crazy thing about it is the way he was set up, we kept saying, this got to be an inside situation, because the stuff that these people knew didn't make sense. It got to be an inside situation. He knew this whole motherfucking time that he was a snake ass dude. He knew this. He knew if it ever came out that he was involved in that situation with my cousin Obi, that he was going to have to give his ass to God. You understand that? Period. He knew this. He knew this. He knew this. So while he was up here pillow talking to Zaria, he ain't realized this whole time you been putting hands and feet on that girl. See, she called the wrong people. What she should have did is called my family and told us the real, but she was so afraid to say something. Because she knew if she said something, it was gonna go the way it was gonna go. This boy put hands and feet on this girl for everything she did that he felt or deemed that was unacceptable. But he couldn't do that shit with my cousin around. Obi didn't play that putting your hands on female, he didn't play none of that. He didn't play none of that. And see, the more I think back, it's starting to make sense. It's starting to make a lot of sense. And my auntie said, don't get on there, Truth. Don't say nothing. Let it go. We got our justice. And I told my auntie, I said, no, our motherfuckers need to know the real. They need to know how motherfucking snake down dirty Shamarcus was. Now, I don't give a fuck about your motherfucking family, your brothers, your cousin, your aunties, because they all can get it. So, play with me if you want to. I meant that everything on my cousin's grave, they all can get it. So don't come over here with that bullshit when your motherfucking brother is a snake down, dirty ass nigga. He know what he did to my cousin. He know. He know how he set my cousin up. Cause see, the shit that these motherfuckers knew, yeah, it was definitely an inside job. And Shamarcus bitch ass was right there the whole motherfucking time playing puppet master. You had the audacity to show up at my cousin's motherfucking funeral. You knew this shit was gonna come back tenfold. You knew it. You knew it. And see what people don't realize about Zaria, everybody talking about she was smiling, she was laughing. That girl would do that. She was nervous. She was scared. Every time he would do that, she automatically knew she had to put her hair up. She knew she had to throw some tennis shoes on so she could try to get up out the door, because this boy always was on that type of timing with her. I don't give a fuck that she was 6 feet tall. That didn't mean nothing. This is a man you fighting against. But see, he knew when she said Obi's name, it was going to be a problem. Because why you bringing up Obi? What you mean with what happened with Obi? And see, I think she tried to play it off by saying Udi. She tried to play it off because she knew if she would have said Obi, everybody in my family would have been like, ain't no motherfucking Udi. It's Obi. And see, God got a funny way of serving revenge cold, bruh. It was better that he did it to himself. It was better. It was better. Because it was going to happen regardless. You can't go around and do that type of shit to people and think you safe on these streets. Family got some serious cold gangsters. I mean, like I said, moving silence type gangsters. Anybody gonna call you on the phone? Anybody gonna threaten you on the internet? We don't do that. This old school shit right here. He knew he had what? What? Not too many options. Because see, if he would have went to jail and got locked up, he was gonna get it. If he'd have been on these streets, he was gonna motherfucking get it. why that boy did what he did. That's why he did what he did. Because, see, he ain't immune to going to jail. He done did that plenty of times. Been locked up plenty of times. Then put shoulders, feet, and toes on this girl plenty of times. Sad thing is he wanted to make sure she didn't survive. That's why he never called the ambulance. That's why he never called the police. Sorry about that. My baby girl came in here. But I'm going to just say this like this to my family. I apologize if I offended anybody. But I had to speak up and say something. Because we're not going to play this game like it was a DL situation. No, this was a snake-ass nigga situation. Appreciate it. But, sweetheart, let me tell you something. His brother should have took the time to stop him from putting hands and feet on Zaria. That's what he should have did. And he never tried, not one time. See, they thought this stuff was normal. It's not normal for somebody to put their hands and feet on you every time you do something that they don't like. Not to mention his brother was just laid to rest yesterday. Matter of fact, Zaria was laid to rest yesterday. They had a visitation for her on the 20th, had her homecoming on the 21st, had Marcus's homecoming on the 21st as well. It's crazy they both was deceased or unalive the same day and buried the same day. See, God got a funny way of showing you things. You understand that? And the crazy thing to me is he don't know my people like that. He don't. He just running his mouth. Real talk. What he need to be focused on is dealing with the situations he need to deal with when it comes to his family. Okay? It's a baby out here now that don't got a mother and don't got a father. That's what he need to be worried about. But while he posting all of that stuff up, never once did he come to my page and say not nan thing. Make that make sense. Because he already know I ain't the one to play those games with. I ain't. We ain't never been no suckers over here, and ain't nobody ever brought a lollipop. Okay? He can say what he want to say. But the real question is why didn't you do something to step in as a brother? You thought the shit was sweet. You thought it was acceptable for a man to put hands, feet, shoulders, and toes on a woman. That's what you thought. And the crazy thing to me is Zaria, she kept going back and forth. She loved him. She should have been left this north. I'm not trying to be funny. When he was locked up and she ended up doing what she did. And I don't know if y'all know the story, but when she ended up sleeping with old boy, had a little boyfriend on the side, whatever. He come home. She didn't know he was coming home. Found her in the bed doing what she do, having a little with old boy. He put hands and feet on that girl for hours. To the point she had to run up out the house naked to get to the police station. Because he done so much, and this fool follow her. Then after he follow her and realized the police know that he done put hands, shoulders, knees, and toes, he take off. And the police got to go after you. What you pull up for, fool? Dumb shit. But as a brother, in the Bible, it says, I'm my brother's keeper. So why didn't you do something to keep your brother from making a disaster and a mistake that he just made? You knew your brother was a snake, and never once did you tell him the moves you making in the street gonna mess around and get you done up, bruh. You ain't never tell him that. You ain't never try to do nothing to keep your brother out of jail. You ain't never tell him that. So don't go and get on the internet now crying, talking about how you miss him, how this, and that. Don't do all that. Don't do all that, because when he was here, you wasn't in his life being beneficial. See, when it come to my brothers, I see him doing something wrong, I'm stepping up. I see him putting their hands on a female, I'm clocking it. We don't play them games over here. We real people. You understand that? And you putting your hands on a person, one day you're going to go too far. One day you're going to go too far. And for her, she felt like he was on here airing her out. And she had that clutch in the bag on him. She had that clutch. So she said, you know what? Let me throw this out and say, Udi. Let me just throw it out there. Because he know if he keep talking on me, I got some shit to talk on him about. The problem was that she was playing the wrong game, baby. See, he talking about you sleeping with this dude and that dude. You talking about him setting somebody up. You talking about he fucked with the wrong family. You talking about him doing the wrong thing. See, when you went there, he already knew his days was numbered. He knew his time was coming up. He knew that my family was not going to play them games with him, baby. He knew that. He knew that. That's why he kept that secret. But what he should have did is kept that motherfucking secret to itself. Because let me tell you something, the only person can tell on you is yourself when you don't run your motherfucking mouth. See, he thought, I can get on here and say whatever I want to say about her. She ain't gonna say nothing about me. At least not that. You're playing a deadly game, baby. A deadly game. And I'm sorry to say, I don't feel sorry for his family, not one bit. People ask me, why did you say rest in peace, baby? I meant rest in piss. I don't give a about his family, what they going through, how they feel, period. At 1 o'clock yesterday, we was just trying to make sure he was asleep. Making sure he was really asleep. That's what we was trying to make sure. For real, for real. The only beautiful ceremony was Zaria's. Period. The balloon release, that was the only beautiful thing. But like I said, they both unalived the same day, buried the same day. Different churches, stuff like that. But it's crazy, same day. God got a funny way of putting stuff in you, putting intuition in there. Mind you, this girl knew that it was a matter of time before this boy took her from her kids. She could feel it. She had already left that day. Dropped the baby off at a babysitter. She had already left that day. Why did you come back? Why did you come back? And then playing this game with him, going back and forth. Baby, somebody tell you they gonna do it to you, believe them. Believe them. Somebody tell you they gonna put you under, baby, believe them. Because you ain't got to tell me twice. You ain't got to tell me twice. You ain't got to do it. You tell me one time you gonna do it to me, baby. I'm strapped up, cocked and ready to go. I got 16 friends that'll let you know. You understand that? The problem is we as people think everything is a joke. It's a game. And in life, motherfuckers will tell you exactly who they is. They will show you who they is. Point blank and simple, she knew what this boy did to my cousin. She should have left him alone because a motherfucker that'll set up his best friend. A motherfucker that'll set up the nigga that's putting money in his pocket. Helping you and your family eat. That same motherfucker will do the same to you. See, sometimes you laying next to the enemy and don't even know. But you got to listen to what a man tell you. You got to listen to what a female tell you. If you would have, she say, I'll cut your throat. Believe it. Believe it. That's the problem with people. They think everybody joking and playing. Oh, he love me. Oh, she love me. Love will get you caught up in the wrong way, baby. And take you from the people that really do love and care about you. Real stuff. Real stuff. His brother, he was a weak ass bitch. I said what I said. Weak. Because a real brother would have got his brother in check. For real, for real. I mean that on everything I love. He could post up and say whatever he want to say. Don't mean shit to me. I know who my cousin is. I know who my cousin was. And at the end of the day, his words don't penetrate over here. Not a damn thing. He's a weak ass dude, like I said, and I'm going to keep standing on that. Period. May him and his family be what it is. And may his brother rest in peace. Bomb ass motherfucker. What's understood don't need to be explained.
You finna go on your life.
Now you want the phone back.
No, I gave you a shot.
I ain't get to tell about Udi. Then
I swear you'll die.
I gotta die like that. You told my shit.
Damn, bitch.
Give me my
I
phone.
gotta die if I tell what happened.
Give me my phone.
That's crazy, y'all. I ain't really gonna die behind this, so y'all won't know that tea right now.
Give me my phone.
Mark done got quiet. Where he at? He right here. He getting mad. He don't like the truth coming out.